What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the winter season of series number 4. Today we're going to be jumping into our last seasonal championship that we have for the week, and that is the Going for Gold Road Racing Championship. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we can get for that, and you can see our reward is going to be the Nissan R390. And our class restriction is, of course, the Country Rivals Road Racing A-Class 800. So let's look at eligible cars here. I've got 3 of these set up and ready to go. Just a little note is you can actually use this Peugeot for every single event this week if you wanted to. Just a heads up. But I've got 3 cars set up. We're going to go ahead and jump over, take a look at our first car, and then we'll see what kind of races we have going into this championship. Alright, so here is our first car. This is actually the car that we used in our last seasonal championship, so you can get 2 uses out of this as well. But this is the 2020 Toyota GR Supra. So the share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name and name of the tuner up on the screen. And this is the exact same tune that we used in the last championship, so you buy once and you got it. You're good to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at our races that we have for the Going for Gold Championship. All right, 1 sprint, a circuit, I believe, and another circuit. All right, here we go on the Emerald Circuit, starting out. And let's get going in our Supra. So, if you're new to the channel, my name's Brandon, and this is Bomb Gaming. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Basically, the way that seasonal championships work is it's a point-based race. Depending on where you finish, you get points. And at that point, you've got 3 races in the championship. And basically it's just an accumulation of points after those 3 races is how they'll determine if you win or not. So basically you don't have to win every single race. You just have to be on top in points at the end of all 3 of the races. And we'll look at that a little bit better after the second race, and we'll break that down a little bit. So something else to note is I use 3 different vehicles in this championship. So I use 1 for each race. You do not have to do that. You can use 1 single vehicle for all 3 of these races, being, whether you use the Supra for all 3 or whatever. I use 3 different vehicles just to show you guys different options that can be used and different tunes and kind of give you some feedback on the tunes. So don't waste your money and buy more cars than you need. You only need 1. And if you do find other vehicles that work out well for you along with the tune, definitely let us know down in the comments below. There's also a link to a Discord server in the description, and that's the Bomb Gaming Discord server. And basically you'll find all of the share codes and everything in there as well. And you can also input your share codes and tunes and cars that you've used in there if you would like. But also the Discord can be used as a good way to find other players playing Horizon 5. If you're looking for others to do the trial event, the Playground Games event, or, just to play in general, definitely a good place to, look at. It got a pretty active community in there as well, so definitely join that if you're interested. But we're on to our last lap, and we've got one heck of a lead, so I'm not going to let you, or make you sit through another lap of me going around, so I'll see you guys as we get closer to the finish line in this race. Alright, around last turn, we have an absolutely major lead over the Drivatars. I would say that has to be about 10 seconds. So, we'll see as they come across the line here in just a second. So you can see while we wait, it was 8 seconds. That's, I guess it's acceptable. But as you can see, we got 20 points for coming in first. This is the race leaderboard. If I hit continue, oh, don't want to restart it. If I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard, so we are sitting in first with 20 points, and like I said, we'll have a better look at that after the second race. So I'm going to go jump into my next car, and we'll jump into the other circuit race to start out. Okay, so here's our second vehicle that we're going to be using. This is the 2018 Ford Mustang GT. Again, the share code for the tune, the tuner's name, and the name of the tune will be up on the screen now. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Playa Azul Circuit here and continue this championship. Alright, here we go. Nice sunny day here. Beachside at the Playa Azul Circuit. Jumping into the Mustang. And let's go. This thing has drag tires on it, so obviously you saw it just absolutely grip up there. It may be a little difficult around the turns, but we'll see how it handles here. Yeah, it's got a little, I want to say a little bit of understeer. It's got a decent amount of understeer, so once it does get turning, it goes, but I mean, you could just kind of see it there. I know it's kind of harder to see the understeer as it is to feel it, but you know, that's just what it is. So just a little more backstory on why I provide the tuner's name and the name of the tune on that info screen is just for the simple fact of if a tuner goes in and makes updates to a tune, and since I record these the day that the festival restarts, there's a very good chance that they, you know, go in and change something if they get reports or, you know, whatever, that the tune could be better in what kind of sense. But if they do update the tune, the share code itself, I believe, will change for the tune. So that's why I give you guys the tuner's name along with the name of the tune, just so you can search it that way if the share code's not working for you. Something to note, when you are looking at the share code or searching by a share code, do not put the spaces in that you see in the way that I format it. If you do that, it won't pull it up. You'll just put the numbers in straight. I just break them out into little, like 3 digits, just because that's the way the game like displays it when you view the share code. And then it's just easier to read, so just make sure you're aware of that. Don't put the spaces in because it won't actually pull that up when you're searching for it. So, but yeah, we're pretty well ahead here. Like I said, a little bit understeer, not terrible though. Definitely manageable enough around this circuit, and I would even imagine the other circuit had a little bit more tighter of turns, but I think this thing, you know, once you got a handle on how it handles, you get it. You'd be pretty good and set with using this as a viable option. I would still probably pick the Supra over this, but if you do have the Mustang and for whatever reason you don't have a Supra and you don't want to buy a Supra, this is definitely a viable option. So, but we're on our way to our third lap, so we'll go ahead and skip ahead, and I'll see you guys here in just a second. Alright, and we are approaching our final turn here to get to the finish line. And this thing handled it, you know, handled the drivatars with no issue. They're obviously a little closer. But, you know, that was just kind of me not driving so great on that third lap. But another first place finish. This will give us a better look at the championship score and how that kind of works. So eventually, when the leaderboard loads, you can see we got 20 more points if I hit continue. This is the championship leaderboard again, and we are up to 40 in total. So we're 8 points ahead of the second place drivatar. So we just have to make sure that we finish on top. But we'll go ahead and jump into that last race and into our final vehicle. All right, here we go with our last vehicle. This is going to be the 2015 Audi TTS Coupe. The share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name and name of the tune, will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But we'll jump into this and see how it can do on this last race. All right, here we go with the Dunas Blancas Sprint in our little Audi here. Let's see what it can do. And we're off. I'm going to get up on the inside of the kit room. This thing feels pretty planted. Of course, with that big old wing, it should be pretty planted, right? I mean, it should just absolutely stick to the ground through these turns. Ooh, a little bit of understeer, okay. That's alright. That was just me not really having a handle on the car yet. Up on the inside of the other Audi. Put in that turn. Into the back of the Maserati. That is an expensive wreck right there. Let me tell you what. Not just for his car, but for this one. Alright, up in the first though. This thing, it's not the greatest. It is usable, I will say that, but it's not the greatest. My honest opinion is you should use the Supra. That'll get you out of the woods pretty easy. In this championship, it would also do well in the street racing championship that we did in the last video. It did pretty well there, so that is what I would suggest. This and the Mustang are just a little less easy to control. I mean, they're not hard by any means. The Supra was just easy. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to say that these are hard, because they're not. And they're not good. But the Supra, it was just better, in my opinion. And that's my driving style, too. You know, for something that fits my driving style might not fit somebody else's driving style. I usually brake really heavy, really late. And that's just the way I drive in this game. And if you ask my wife, probably in real life too. But, yeah, that's just my driving style. I think that the Supra fits that the best, honestly. So if you do use one of the other two, definitely let me know, you know, which one, or if you try all three, you know, nothing's holding you back against trying all three, for sure. But if you do use something else, definitely let me know. I'm very curious about that, so. We've got 7% left, though. I'm going to do a little weed whacking there, and the tumbleweeds. We finished pretty decently far ahead. I wouldn't say it's as far ahead as we were in the Supra, but pretty good lead in the Audi there. The Audi. So 6 seconds, yeah, not bad. So 20 more points. We'll get us 60 in total on the championship. And then we get to go stand on the podium for the race. And then we get that 1998 Nissan R390. All right. So there we go. That is how you can get the Nissan R390 here in the winter season of series number 4 of Horizon 5. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. Every Thursday I do go through and make new videos on the entirety of the seasonal festival playlist, so if you want to stay tuned for that for future seasons, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon to make sure you are aware when I do upload. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video for the playground games.